coming to you live from my bedroom, and I'm here to do Wentworth Season 8, the top 10 moments. This is going to be the final video of Wentworth season whatever the fuck's top 10 moments, because I know that there's a season 9, but I already made season 9's best moments right after season 9 ended. I don't want to do it again. With season 8 came Luke Kelly, Reb Keen, the beady-eyed little monster, Sheila Bausch, and of course with season 8 came the one inmate in Wentworth who I can't stand. I look like a fucking Tyrannosaurus Rex. What is it that I used to call this bitch? The fucking... Hold on. Judy Bryant's treacherous ass, okay? Or sometimes I would say a treacherous bitch named Judy Bryant. So we got these new characters in Wentworth, and with these new characters came a lot of new fucking dramas. What the hell is this? Oh, I can't see. Moment number 10 is the very first scene in the very first episode of Wentworth Season 8. And that is the scene where we meet Luke Kelly for the first time. You know, for me, I gotta keep it real with you. I could have cared less about meeting Reb Keen in this scene. It was all about Luke Kelly. She stole my heart from the fucking very first time I saw her on the show. So we see her and Reb Keen are looking very like, I don't know what the fuck era they were dressed in. Anyway, they're in the fucking jewelry store. They're about to steal this ring so that they could sell the ring so that Reb could get his top surgery. And everything goes left, and Luke Kelly has to pull out her pistol, and she tells the guy, you should have just given me the damn ring. And in that moment, that's the moment I fell in love with her. So shit goes down. She takes the ring. Now they're making a run for it to the getaway car. And they end up, you know, hitting some shit and crashing. And then the cops come. And Reb Keen is hurt. And he tells Luke Kelly, go on without me. You know what I'm saying? And Luke Kelly's like, nah. And she stood there with him. And like I always said before, the look in her eye when she looks at him and she kisses his hand and she looks into his eyes. Oh, boy. I love her. Her eye. Anyway, so this introduction was a great moment because it showed us that Luke Kelly is coming to Wentworth and the bitch is a force to be reckoned with. So yeah, better get ready. You know, it was also the moment I fell in love with Luke Kelly as well as Kate Bucks. Moment number 9. This moment also happened in the first episode, and it's the moment, even though it's not a great moment, it's actually a terrible moment. Some of the good moments that make the show great, they're not always pleasant, okay? So this is the moment where Boomer gets terrorized in the showers by Luke Kelly and her crew. Boomer's in the shower, and all of a sudden Luke Kelly shows up and punches her in her face, okay? And Boomer goes down. She goes down hard. And then Luke Kelly squats down and proceeds to try to suffocate her with the fucking bag by putting a bag over her head. You know, it was terrible. And poor Boomer pees on herself, and Luke Kelly makes fun of her because of it. And then Luke Kelly torments Boomer by telling her that this is what Liz must have felt like when Boomer was smothering her with the pillow. So that was just really sad. It was just fucked up. It was a fucked up scene. But it was also a good scene because in that scene we got to see how brutal Luke Kelly is. It was just such a good moment. And then when Lou walks out with her girls, right? And then Boomer is just there crying. And it was just really sad. And I cried. I cried with Boomer, man. Moment number 8. Moment number 8 is the moment that Joan Ferguson ends up back in Wentworth after having been attacked by a vagrant, okay? So at first, you know, the bitch is in the hospital. Fine. So she's in the hospital before arriving at Wentworth. But while in the hospital, we find out that she fucking has amnesia. So moment number 8 is basically Joan Ferguson's return without her memory. Now she doesn't remember that she's Joan Ferguson. Now, caramba, she comes back to us as Kath Maxwell, okay? So that was just great because I was like, wait a minute, wait one damn minute here. Does she really have the amnesia? The amnesia? I always just say amnesia with a B, but it's amnesia. amnesia. So I was like, does this bitch remember or not? Is she fucking really Kath Maxwell, or is she lying and she's really Joan Ferguson pretending to be Kath Maxwell? Turned out the bitch was not playing. She really did have amnesia. I didn't believe it. I mean, I didn't believe it until we found out that it was true. But that was great because now, like, at that point in the show, we didn't know what it was. It could have gone either way. She could have been faking it. She could have not been faking it. But we didn't know. And with that not knowing came fucking drama and emotions and feelings inside of us. And we wanted to know. Moment number 7 is the moment that Ali Novak almost kills Mari Winter in the cell with the water. When she's trying to drown her to death by forcing water down her throat. That was just crazy. And that was Judy Bryant's bright idea. You know, this fucking bitch. Judy Bryant comes in talking about, I got a better idea. And they get like a jug of water. So she's drowning her with water. And at one point she throws everybody out. And now it's just her and Mari. And they're both like on the floor. Ali is exhausted. Mari también. And so you think that Allie's going to fall back and stop trying to kill her. But she doesn't. Now she goes full force. And I think she took like a weapon. I feel like she had a weapon and she was about to just, you know, right into Mari's flesh and kill her. And then someone comes in and saves Mari's life. You know, Ruby's back. The reason why she was going to kill her was because she thought that she had something to do with Ruby's disappearance. And Ruby not having come back from her day release. When they come and tell Allie Ruby's back, Mari's saved. How ironic that Ruby's return saved Mari's life. Meanwhile, Mari was trying to kill Ruby. Oh my God, Ruby saved her. I never thought about it that way. Moment number 6 is when Rita saves Ruby. You know, when she comes up with that plan to pretend that she hurt her wrist and she uses the ice to stop the mechanics in her damn tracking device bracelet that's on her ankle. And she breaks that bitch off and she fucking escapes the protective custody. What the fuck is wrong with me? She escapes the protective custody, ends up on the run, finds Ruby being held hostage by Jones and Morelli. Is that their fucking names? And then she ends up killing one of them. She escapes, she saves Ruby, but she ends up killing one of the cops. And I thought that was a great moment because it's like, bitch, you did it again. You committed another murder. That was a good moment because now it's like, damn, bitch, what are you going to do now? Moment number 5. I'm so confused if this moment happened in season 8 or if it happened in season 9. I just can't remember. Nor do I have it in me to investigate, but one of you will know. So this moment is the moment where Joan Ferguson has her like infamous freak out after Ali Novak gives her the acid. Ali got her hands on some of that, gave it to Joan Ferguson. Joan Ferguson flips the fuck out. So yeah, that was it. You know, Joan gets high, she flips the fuck out, and then it happens. She sees the little girl. That was just a great scene to see Joan flip out like that. And then everyone's just watching her like, oh shit, this bitch is bugging. And then Linda gotta come out of nowhere and bash the bitch. And I was just so mad at Linda for doing that, as were the rest of the staff. Moment number 4 is when Luke Kelly uses that big mouth bitch on the bus. When she uses her face, her head, to kill the fly on the bus. So I love that moment. Oh man. Luke killing the fly is one of those scenes that I think is like Wentworth history. You know what I'm saying? Like one of the best scenes in Wentworth history. Like it's an iconic scene. But that scene is so good because again, like even before Luke Kelly goes off on Boomer, Luke Kelly goes off on that fly with that woman's head. And that's when we saw the depths. That's such a hard word to say. That's when we saw how deep her rage went, okay? That's when we saw how angry she could become. Moment number 3 is, oh, this was terrible. Moment number 3 is the moment that Judy Bryant's treacherous ass fucking stabs up Allie in the showers and leaves her for dead. That was rough, okay? The way that she stabbed her, she just stabbed her with like no regard, no remorse, no nothing. Like if Allie was never her friend. Judy Bryant is just the worst of the worst on Wentworth, okay? I don't think anyone was worse than her. Maybe Jess because she was a baby killer. Maybe Jax because she was a child killer. Even though she didn't kill Debbie, she sent her son to do it. She was definitely one of the top 5 worst of the worst, if not top 3. I'm going to say she was top 3. Jess, Jax, Judy. Oh shit. Jess J, Jax J, Judy J. What the fuck are the chances that all the most vile villains on Wentworth share the same first letter in their name? It was a terrible moment, but it was also a good moment. And I knew the second that I saw Allie vibrate, I knew she was paralyzed. I just fucking knew it. Because why else would she vibrate like that? Like that was, oh boy. Electric currents disconnecting the brain from the legs, making it so she'd never walk again. I know that's not how it works, but that's how I see it in my mind. Moment number two. Moment number two is the moment that my precious baby love gets her beautiful pinky finger cut off. I believe it was the pinky of her left hand. She gets the left pinky finger cut off, okay, by Ali Novak. That was one of Ali Novak's most glorious moments, okay? And let me tell you something. Luke Kelly looks so fucking sexy. Like, K-Box is so fucking fine. I can't get over it. If she was my woman, I would stare into her eyes for extended periods of time and just get lost in them, I would want to kiss her often. She gets her pinky cut off, but she looks so good while getting her pinky cut off. Like when she's looking at Allie and she's like, darling, you're not top dog material. You're just a big pair of lips with eyelashes. And then Allie cuts her finger off. Caramba. Luke Kelly gets her finger back. Moment number one is the moment that Joan regains her memory. And that happens at the end of season 8, right after. So Allie's been stabbed and left for dead. And now we see Joan being held in that room. Vera gets mad and tells Linda to spit bag the bitch. So they put the spit bag on her and she starts freaking out. And at the end of everything, she's screaming, get it off of me. She regains her memory and she's like, oh shit. She doesn't say oh shit. She looks into the mirror and she goes, I'm Joan Ferguson, or I am Joan Ferguson. She remembered who she was. So she remembers who she is, really. She remembers she is not Kath Maxwell. She's Joan Ferguson. And now it's like, uh-oh, because come season 9, what's gonna happen? It was a revelation because now we knew for certain that she wasn't faking and that she did have amnesia. So that was like, a moment of clarity, but it was also super duper exciting because it's like, oh shit, Joan is back. She's no longer this kind-hearted, gentle, weak-ass bitch named Kath Maxwell. She is Joan the Freak Ferguson, and moving forward, everybody needs to watch the fuck out. So that's why, for me, that's the number one moment. Are there any moments that you thought were top 10 worthy that I failed to write on my list? If so, leave them in the comments down below. Alright world, if you enjoyed this video, like my shit and subscribe if you've not yet already. And if you do subscribe, make sure you turn on the post notification bell so you can be alerted when I post videos in the future. Thank you for watching. Bye.